to stranger things. I handle it like 11.
It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Browns and the Bengals, and it's coming up next.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway.
From his end zone, here's Trent Taylor. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And there's really more regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
On one, ready?
Right to the air is Burrow.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Here we go.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Burrow will throw.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Watson. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They run it again with Chubb. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third. A solid stiff arm.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game of the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, want him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got a man. It's something that's complete.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And Chubb will try the middle here. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
No, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point by York is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A nice run there, 9 yards. Now Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of hit. A lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
first down. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Burrow on third down. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Buying time to us, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Here we go.
On third down, Mixon.
Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Now Burrow on first down. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst.
Here we go.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. This is caught. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second down and goal. Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by McPherson up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. That one in the books. A 12-play drive. And it ends with a Bengals score.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
And he's established himself well. Now can they put more points in? Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On first down, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often miss because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper. As the first half is winding down, and the Browns have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff. Whether
extra point by York is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
11, Mighty. 11, 11, 11, 11.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
I'm on, ready?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Some great games still to come.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. For the Browns set to go to work. Third. And CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
They run again on first down, Chubb, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 111 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. first down. They'll run with Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the afternoon as they have taken the lead.
Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that one. We're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers. All of them kind of moving as one, and look at the end result. Big plays.
York now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive, 4 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now third down and 6 to go.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Burrow. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taken in at the 22. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd... getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Watson.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. A nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
163 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And again, it's Chubb
to the 27-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Shreds him with a stiff arm. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here. We're going a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Browns have opened up a 2-touchdown lead in this 4th quarter.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
And what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Bengals offense.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to get this a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
That's the tight end Hurst with it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Mixing up the middle, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. Nice 3rd down conversion at even 20 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
I'm one. Ready?
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
11 MT, hey.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here we go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
11, mighty.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Ben Mason taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Handoff comes to Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They run it again with Chubb. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb.
To about the 26 here.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll give it to Chubb, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. That rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a phenomenal performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. So Burrow and the Bengals
Down by 13, 25 seconds remaining. This crowd has stayed with them throughout, but they need 2 late scores to advance in these playoffs as they've got a first down. Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
throwing. Burrow.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Wide open receiver complete. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. A final shot now for Burrow. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. 1 win today gets them 1 step closer.
I'm really out for blood this time, look.